Constantly checking your phone because you're worried about missing a call, text, or email? Missed calls because your phone was in your purse and you didn't hear it ring? Or worried about leaving your phone behind? That's why we created Ditto. Ditto helps people to stay connected without always having to check their phone. Ditto vibrates when someone important to you is trying to get in touch. Ditto is really tiny and super lightweight, so it fits easily, even in the smallest pocket. It also has a built-in clip, so you can attach it anywhere. For example, to your shirt collar, waistband, or bra strap. And Ditto is discreet. You can wear it under your clothes, so you're still free to wear your favorite watch or jewelry. Or wear it on its wristband. Just clip Ditto on in the morning and go live your life. Ditto will vibrate when you get calls, texts, emails, and other notifications that you've set as your favorites in the Ditto app. And you can customize the vibrations so you'll know exactly when to check your phone. Ditto has a digital tether, so you'll know if you've left your phone behind. And it has a silent wake-up alarm, so you wake up, not your partner. Ditto is also waterproof, so you can wear it at the gym or even while swimming. We made Ditto as simple as possible. There are no buttons, switches, displays, lights, connectors, or even charging cables. In fact, you never need to charge Ditto. After many months, when its power is low, you'll get a message notifying you when to replace its low-cost battery. So put Ditto on, wear it anywhere, and be more connected to what matters most.
Don't you just hate it when you want to use your phone, but you're in your car and that would be illegal and very dangerous? Wouldn't it be great to have a simple and effortless way to use your phone with all your favorite apps? Say hello to App Your Car, the first ever smartphone gear specifically designed to give you an easy and safe way to use your phone in your car. Consisting of a wireless Bluetooth controller for Android or iOS and a wireless dashboard mounting. When you get into your car, just clip your phone to the dashboard mounting and use the Bluetooth controller to access all your favorite apps right there on your smartphone.
In 200 meters, turn right.
Whether you want to check your calendar appointments or just make a phone call, with App Your Car, there is no limit to you or your smartphone's abilities. And the best part is, you never have to take your hands off the steering wheel or your eyes off the road. App Your Car's wireless Bluetooth controller is designed to integrate perfectly with your steering wheel, and its patent-pending technology gives you the same unrestricted access to your smartphone as if you would use your phone's touchscreen by hand. At the same time, the amazing new smartphone mounting lets you keep your eyes where they belong, on the road. Also, the mounting charges your phone wirelessly and connects it to your car's sound system. App Your Car comes with an innovative mobile app. If you wish, it provides you with fast access to those apps and functions you want to use most frequently. And the setup is so easy that it's certain App Your Car will work with almost any car, any steering wheel, and any smartphone or tablet. So, don't worry about using your smartphone anymore. Just use App Your Car and be safe.
This is Itai. He always loved eating. He recently made a decision to eat healthier. He recently made this decision every week for the past 10 years. But Itai did not improve his nutrition because, well, food is awesome and old habits die hard. Then he had this amazing idea. What if he could create something that would go everywhere with him, log his eating habits, analyze them, and give him recommendations in real time? This is how he came up with Brian. Brian was Itai's eating pal. He was with him all the time and really cared about his nutrition, reminding him to snack less, chew more, and eat better. Brian was a hit. Soon enough, everybody wanted one. The sporty girl from the gym, the always on a diet guy from the cafe, and that woman who always snacks between meetings. But as time went by, Itai felt like he needed to make something smaller, more scientific and less awkward. Yeah. So now, backed by leading academic clinical dietitians, top nutritionists, and experts in design, engineering, and software, he's proud to introduce BitBite. BitBite is a revolutionary tiny device that helps you track, analyze, and change your eating habits. It's the first ever wearable device that helps you improve your nutrition. With BitBite, you know exactly how much you eat, how often, and how fast. It helps you make better decisions and follow them. BitBite is worn on your ear, like an earphone. Only unlike an earphone, it doesn't block airflow. The earphone's patent-pending design was specially designed for the shape of your ear, so it would feel extra comfortable. You can snap it onto the slim bracelet or pin and always have it with you. BitBite analyzes your chewing sounds and gathers information about your eating pace and the number of chews you've made, so it knows how much food you've consumed. Its app shows beautiful infographics of your eating habits and also helps motivate you to keep up with your goals. You can tell BitBite's voice-activated sensors what you're eating and receive a daily automated food log. It's also designed to integrate with Apple Watch, Android Wear, and other fitness platforms and diet apps, and it even functions as a great Bluetooth headset. BitBite uses pattern recognition and machine learning algorithms to study your eating habits. It will give you live recommendations to help you achieve better outcomes. Say you usually have a snack at 10 p.m. BitBite will notice and recommend some fruit at 9:30, so you won't feel like snacking later on. Or if you're overeating at lunch, BitBite will notice you're full and suggest you put your fork down. Even if you're not consuming enough calcium, BitBite will notice it and recommend that you have a yogurt. Basically, it's the missing link to a healthier you. Itai and his team have been working on BitBite for a long time, and they're ready for mass production. All they need is your help. So if you care about your nutrition, support BitBite. It will help you eat better, feel better, and be healthier. BitBite.
You know, we've always been using our hands and fingers for counting, taking notes, and various other stuff. Technology expanded and we started using gadgets. People always say that everything is at our fingertips, but it was never so. Not until now. Not until Finn.
Hi everyone, I am Rohil. And we are Archalution.
You see, for the past few months, we've been working on this amazing product called Finn, the first of its kind gesture-based control for all your devices out there. Unlike other gesture-based devices, which are tiring and boring to use, Finn helps you to control any smart device just by moving your thumb over other fingers. Isn't that super simple and super fast? After a year of research and numerous experiments, we made this perfectly working prototype. However, we don't want Finn to be just another geeky device. We want people to wear it as a fashion accessory. Finn is a Bluetooth-enabled device which can control a variety of smart devices. For switching a device to another, all you need to do is tap on your finger. Finn makes life simpler. Now, everything is at your fingertips, and it feels like having magical power. Its possibilities are endless. For playing games, to changing lives for many. To taking business presentations. Finn also comes in handy while you drive. You can answer calls, control the AC and music system without even moving your hands from the wheels. Finn is really amazing when it comes to taking photos or sharing files. And Finn works well with head-mounted devices.
Hi, it's me Rohil again. I hope this tiny device can make your life easier and better. But we had just developed the prototype so far. We need your help to fine-tune and take it to mass production. We are launching Finn on Indiegogo to crowdfund this initiative. So please support us with your valuable contribution. Finn. We are the world.
It's hard to believe how much work it can be just to take care of yourself. With so much stress and pressure to deal with every day, making time to take care of your own health can feel like even more work. Just another thing to get done. We want to make it simple with Mocha Heart. A smart sensor to make everyday health manageable. And a new way to care. Mocha Heart is a portable monitor for your immediate health status. It's small, quick to measure, and fits into its own custom smartphone case or keychain attachment, so you can check your vital signs on the go, including heart rate, blood oxygen level, and Mocha Index. Mocha Index reflects your health status in a simple scale of 0 to 4. It's calculated from your blood velocity with Mocha's medical-grade sensor, and a higher index may indicate high blood pressure. This simplifies all of your data into insights you can understand. Mocha also graphs your data over time, so you can better monitor your long-term health. Mocha Heart. A new way to measure, a new way to care.
Life is noisy. Sometimes too noisy. At the end of the day, you expect to get a break from all the noise. But sometimes there are just some things you can't turn off, like the neighbors next door, or a snoring partner, or maybe even that snoring partner's alarm clock. Luckily, that's where Hush comes in. Hush combines sound eliminating foam with noise masking, so you can completely isolate yourself from the noise around you. But in order for you to still hear the notifications you need, Hush connects wirelessly with your smartphone, so you can still let the important things in. Now you can forget about the world around you, while still having the peace of mind, knowing you'll be brought right back when the world needs you most. Plus, when the alarm sounds, only you can hear it. That way, when you wake up, you don't have to wake up anyone else. Sharing life with those around you shouldn't be so difficult. Hush gives people a way to live and sleep at peace in the context of the world around them. Enjoy a good night's sleep, regardless of the environment.
Hi, this is Dieter Bohn with The Verge, and I'm in Sunnyvale, California at the offices for Project Ara. It's the moonshot project out of the Advanced Technologies and Products group inside Google, and they're trying to build modular smartphones that will let consumers swap out components on the fly. It sounds like a nerd's dream, but the real dream is to upend how we make and buy phones in the future. Project Ara isn't a phone. It's actually, well, a project. ATAP, a group that in some part came out of DARPA, is essentially just making the instructions for how a modular phone would work. They're developing the technology for the different pieces to talk to each other and working with partners to build prototypes. At the center of it all is an endoskeleton, an unassuming slab with different slots where you can put in modules. There's some wild technology inside this metal frame. Ara is using next-gen, super-fast networking technology to get all the parts to talk to each other. It manages power and lets you hot swap modules. It uses wireless capacitive pads to let the modules communicate with the main board and each other. Even the way the modules lock into the frame is futuristic.
In this lateral direction, they are held using electropermanent magnets, which is a pretty neat technology. It's kind of a cross between a permanent magnet and an electromagnet, in that it has an on-state and an off-state. It uses an electrical pulse to switch between those two states, but it's a passive component, meaning it consumes no power in both the off-state and the on-state.
But all that technology doesn't add up to a phone. It's essentially just networking. It doesn't have your main processor, your cellular radio, or even a screen. Adding all those things on piecemeal can make for a pretty bulky phone, but ATAP has managed to build something that doesn't look completely ridiculous.
Trying to keep the form factor of a device to something that we think is elegant and beautiful, where each individual module has this pebble-like, sleek, watertight aesthetic associated with it. And so as a consequence, that leaves, because the form factor is defined by this, that leaves a little bit less area for functional components.
Traditional phones put as many parts as possible on a single circuit board, or even a single chip. Pulling all those things apart into separate modules has costs. The phone gets fatter, battery life drops, and overall the thing gets heavier. Eremenko thinks that he can convince people that the trade-offs are worth it.
And so we want to make sure that overhead, that inefficiency is minimized, and we think the crossover point is somewhere the 1/3 overhead point. We think will come in at about 1/4, or about 25% overhead. And by crossover, I mean that's where consumers are willing to trade some penalty in exchange for the flexibility and for the richness of the ecosystem and the ability to customize functionally and aesthetically.
The aesthetics matter a lot. Even if Eremenko's ambitious plans work out, people still have to want to use the thing. To get there, ATAP is working with a partner to create a first-of-its-kind 3D printer, which will be able to rapidly build customized plastic shells for each module.
What that means is that we'll be able to create module enclosures, which on any given module are user replaceable. We call them shells. And so a consumer in the Ara marketplace will be able to utilize shell maker apps to create beautiful designs that are not just unique, not just custom, but can also be expressive to the consumer.
This week, Eremenko and his team is finally getting into the nitty-gritty of how Ara will work by hosting a conference for hardware developers. The group has an aggressive goal of launching a real product for consumers about a year from now, so getting there won't be easy, and they'll need the support of both big and small manufacturers to do it. The more you think about Project Ara, the crazier and more ambitious it seems. Eremenko's ATAP group itself consists of just a handful of people. They're working with partners to build out the prototypes and create the spec. They're also on an insanely tight schedule, and strangely enough, it's a schedule they've imposed on themselves.
So the internal team, and in this case the team internal to Google, is very, very small, very, very lean. And we're here for a very short period of time. So I had a 2-year tenure. I'm 1 year into my 2-year tenure. The project is scoped to the team's tenure. And as a consequence, the philosophy is that time is not your friend, and innovation under time pressure is higher quality innovation. It tends to get rid of red tape, it tends to get rid of dithering and inability to make decisions, and it tends to take away risk aversion. So it's innovation under time pressure.
ATAP came from a team of people who originally worked at DARPA, pursuing futuristic projects. Eremenko himself had plans for next-generation war vehicles and even something called fractionated spacecraft. ATAP's philosophy is to aim high and demand that you make something real, something more than just a prototype in only 2 years.
So the ability to take a sort of fundamental scientific and technical understanding, groundbreaking physics and technology, and intersect that with a driving, very compelling moonshot practical application. As a consequence, they have to culminate in a demonstration. They can't just culminate in theory or PowerPoint or a lab demo. So the DARPA mantra is that we do demonstrations at convincing scale. And what that means is that the demonstration has to retire all the key technical, business, and market risks.
Demonstrations at convincing scale is a weird phrase, but it's an important one. It means that Project Ara has higher stakes than Google's other moonshot projects like self-driving cars or internet blasting balloons. By this time next year, the ATAP group has to actually prove that Ara can work. It has to have a critical mass of module developers and potential consumers. In fact, they're targeting the 5 billion people who don't yet have a smartphone. If they can pull it off, it could be a huge deal. Hardware manufacturers won't have to try to convince giant phone makers to include their parts on big-name phones. They can just sell them directly to consumers. Consumers won't have to throw away their old phones when they want to upgrade. And the ATAP team, well, they're going to have to find another crazy problem to tackle. Project Ara will be handed off to Google, and Eremenko will be moving on to the next moonshot.